Okay, here we are at game 2. We've got much bigger cards this game, font-wise. There's only 10 Natural Kingdom cards. There's no side piles. There's no landscapes.
I haven't seen a kingdom like this in a while. It is very big.
Yeah, how do we open here? I can believe in silver, just to hit Junk Dealer quickly.
Also silver? Diplo silver?
Diplo Silver seems okay. One Diplomat's fine in the deck, and you can always turn it into an Animal Fair later.
There's Junk Dealer, there's Plaza.
Yeah, I think I want 2 Junk Dealers.
Saying the Diplo.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah, Plaza activates Diplomat pretty nicely as well. I think I want to grab Advisors, probably in Nobles at some point for extra draw. There's no plus buy until one of the piles empties with Animal Fair, but I kind of suspect that one of the piles will empty here. And somehow Plaza and Nobles will empty, I'm sure, somehow. So Plaza is like decent at hitting 5 once and then having a second sad turn. Like if they drawn an estate there, they would discard a copper for the copper, so they'd hit 5 next turn and just buy a cellar and be very sad about life.
I don't think that's that sad. I think I would like maybe even think I'd probably get Diplomatic here, but like definitely think about cellar.
Yeah, and Chattateo hits 5 twice on turns 3 and 4. Which is pretty sweet if you can get that. That is one advantage to the double silver opening over other openings. 6k, I believe, has 5 next turn. So they can consider that. I think I might do like an Advisor here and a second Junk Dealer next turn.
I don't like the Advisor. I would just go Diplo.
Yeah, I guess the question is if we're playing with Treasure Troves at all. One of the semifinal games with Chattateo, players didn't get deck control and then added Treasure Troves too early, and it just made life difficult. The thing, like, Merchant would be a lot better if we had some source of plus buy. So, like, the Merchant is just doing very little. Like, a silver is doing basically more than a Merchant's doing. And I assume they'll take Nobles here, although...
Junk Dealer,
that's a lot of Junk Dealers.
That's a lot of... Yeah.
More Junk Dealers than junk in the deck at this point.
I guess they will take the Treasure Trove.
Yeah, I still think it's too early to take the Treasure Trove, though. Like, the Treasure Trove is useless unless you can get Animal Fairs with plus buy in them, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could, like, just go money. I don't know about all these Junk Dealers if you were to do that, though.
Yes, the question is, the person who's going for money, the person who's going for the engine buy 8 Nobles and then get an Animal Fair with the plus buy and have a big engine? And it's not clear to me, like, the 8 Nobles is only worth 16 points, right? So if their opponent gets to 6 provinces, that's 36. It feels like the money player wins that. If the Nobles pile is uncontested, the money player gets there before the Animal Fairs get plus buy.
I really don't get this, that they Plaza over another two.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get the third junk dealer either. A Goddess of Province is the only thing that makes sense here, right?
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, I do wish I had another Tiktok, but like you could... Oh, they bought nobles? Wow.
Yeah, this is a spot I think of that. That's the turn they can just start taking provinces, and Chattateo. You know, if Chattateo spends their time buying nobles, they're pretty happy that they're getting 6-point provinces. Their opponent's getting 2-point necropolises. And this should definitely be trash or junk dealer to junk dealer, I would think. Again, this must be province now, right? Yeah. I don't quite know what the nobles is doing in this deck, but because now I think Chattateo does have time to buy 2 nobles, and then buy 3 nobles, then buy an animal fair. Well, maybe that's not that clear.
Strong. Ooh. Not a good draw there.
Yeah, 6K's deck has enough money density. I think they can province quite a few turns in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if they're tracking their deck, they know that they have a bunch of actions down there. They should not play that nobles. And it's not like they have a gold or a treasure trove down at the bottom that they desperately want to see.
Turn is over. Also was unfortunate.
Yeah. Let's see if they take a nobles, an animal fair. I could definitely see taking an... Whoa. I would have definitely trashed a junk dealer, though. You're very much running out of...
You can do that.
You're very much running out of food for your junk dealer at this point. Yeah, we're again seeing somewhat sad draws for Chattateo, and they really shouldn't play this nobles for dead draw. I guess they just keep buying nobles. And what is the effect of playing nobles plus 2 nobles? Is like playing a single lab. Is that right?
Yeah.
But it costs you 12 money and 2 buys to get there.
I think it's 4 VP. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming this will be the second to last nobles. Or just province.
This is this order, 10 pieces.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they have a coherent plan. Like, because they could have had 4 provinces by now, but instead they have fewer than 4 provinces and a nobles. And again, I assume Chattateo just spends the next 2 turns buying nobles, and then Animal Fair gets plus buy, and then they figure out what to do. They figure out how to catch up after that. Alternatively, they just start provincing now themselves. Okay, well, do we discard this gold? I guess we don't want to discard a gold to Plaza. Having this stack of 8 coffers is pretty nice for 6k.
Ridiculous. I think they have this game.
Like, even if Chattateo emptied the nobles and got plus by animal fare, 6k could just immediately then double province with their animal fare. This does feel like this one is pretty much over. 6k has also built a deck that's pretty easy to play. The junk dealers were difficult for a time, but now you just don't play the junk dealers unless you have an obvious target in hand to trash. And Chattateo kind of has to just keep provincing here and hope somehow. I don't even know.
Losing to province, you have to go nobles.
But how does 6k miss? Their deck is mostly gold.
I think they're just, I think they lost. Chattateo's lost.
Yeah, this just seemed like too many nobles in the deck. Nobles are not giving you a lot of value. Which they respond to by buying more nobles.
Well, I mean, like the other one is just very losing.
Yeah, I would have for sure triggered that shuffle as 6k. The most important card to see is Animal Fare, and you really don't want to have this copper in this shuffle.
Yeah. Oh, copper lets you play shuffle too, so.
So if Chattateo buys a nobles here, and then 6k buys a province,
Only reasonable buy. Yeah.
but Chattateo is not close to 16 money, right?
No.
We're looking at 12 money here, 9 money plus coffers. So maybe if they draw around with their plazas and discard twice, they can. But if 6k finds the animal fare here, they just win. And I think they have to play this junk dealer now and trash the treasure trove and look for this animal fare, right? Because it does seem it's at least within the realm of possibility that Chattateo can tie here with draw a deck. So if you play the junk dealer and you see the animal fare, you double province and win. And we're past the point where we need to gain more golds off the treasure trove. We've added enough golds to the deck.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So this is Duchy, right? I think this is Duchy.
Let's see. It's like Duchy. What happens? Okay, we're threatening to double. What?
Yeah, I assume.
Coffers in hand, so they can't take province.
So they just take 2 duchies, and then if you take 2 provinces next turn, you win.
Alright. I was down with your line, but apparently this was way better.
We have to discard here every time as Chattateo. I think they're going to steal a draw out of this one.
This part. I didn't discard.
Oh, they have it. They have it though. They didn't need to discard. It looks like.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like Chattateo's going to steal a draw here. 6k could have just gotten a duchy last turn, and then I don't know what Chattateo does. They double duchy.
Oh, they accidentally had to.
What? Oh, they hit action. They hit action phase without playing the most important action in the deck. Wow. So we get a tie there. I think 6k just takes a duchy, and then there's not much Chattateo can do. Chattateo can play the game on. and hope to see their animal fair more times, I guess. But 6K has a huge bunch of... Yeah, maybe.
And then they might have a chance, but...
All right, well, we move on to game 3.